Hello and welcome to Afterlife Topics and Metaphysics. In case you were ever wondering what it's like to dine in the cold at a restaurant in Kiev, Ukraine with me, and then now you get to experience just what that's like. So I am in Ukraine now. You may be wondering why I'm here, but can we ever put a rational explanation to those things? Although, to be fair, I'm taking a class for English teaching purposes here in Kiev. You may also be wondering where my hair is. I indeed chopped my hair off. Now, some people may really be disappointed by this fact, but please keep in mind that I only cut my hair maybe twice a year. My hair always grows back, so I will have long hair again. I know I look really different. I figure since I look so different with my hair short, I may as well wear my eyeglasses at the same time to just see just how different I can look. I know nobody's seen me with my eyeglasses on before, but indeed, this is what I look like. So, if you're that shocked by this and you need to close the window, I perfectly understand. I'm back to making videos, hopefully again on a more regular basis. Been very busy because I was in London for the last 7-8 days. Did a speaking event in Portsmouth with Susan Feiler at the Gilbert Sanctuary, as well as a small Afterlife Topics meetup event in London. A few people came out for that, including our admin Adam, as well. Of course, special shout out to Caroline for helping pull the whole thing together. We had Ian Tovey and Ian Rubinstein, who is, by the way, a really remarkable author. You can catch Ian Rubinstein on podcasts like the Skeptico podcast. Really cool stuff. And so he came out. We had a lot of really interesting discussions, and it was a great time. But I'm just trying to get my schedule back in order again. So on this topic, we're talking about the concept of, does your identity, or even more accurately, your personality, is this an inherent thing that exists on a pre-birth basis? So before we get here, are we still the essence of who we were on the other side, or as some people say, the life between lives type of thing, although I don't like to use that terminology. And so this is a patron submitted question that I am finally getting to. So hopefully I'll catch up with the patron requested topics coming up soon that I can have for you guys. Before we go any further, please go down, hit that subscribe button, and like the video, share it. All that stuff helps keep this whole operation going. So let's get into this topic if I don't completely freeze my butt off out here in Kiev. It's funny, I've actually seen girls walking by in mini skirts and sleeveless dresses when it's this cold out, because for them it's not really so cold. For them, they have it's built into their blood to be able to tolerate what is about, I'm guessing it's about 50 degrees Fahrenheit right now. But anyway, it's only going to get much colder, so as I continue my 3 months here in Kiev, you can expect me to be dressing more and more like Kenny from South Park. So anyway, sorry for beating around the bush. That's what I do when I'm trying to think of a good answer to a question, but I'm delaying it because I'm trying to let my mind process what the question is. I guess the short version of my answer to this question, based upon my research and my opinions, would be yes. And I say that because I feel like our personality is a kind of inherent thing that doesn't just begin and grow simply on this plane of existence. That this is something that is a cosmic concept. Now, some people, especially those of a more Buddhist or Hindu belief set, may disagree because they say personality is a temporary, and they sometimes say this, that it's not an important thing. So I believe that Hindus say that our personalities are destroyed between incarnations. But I also feel that this is another dogma. There's no reason to believe that, because from what I'm able to gather, between incarnations, we may have a different body, we may have a different lifestyle, different physical appearance, but there's a core essence that seems to stay the same. Now, the same can be applied for any other mode of existence we're in on a different plane, whether it is what we call the astral plane or something higher than that. It seems like our essence, who we are on a core level, is the thing that is always coming through and always shining out. And I suppose a big part of life is tapping into that essence on a core level and becoming more aware of who we really are. So, as I spoke about a few videos ago, the way I see the ego as an issue, involves the identification of a fake personality. So, when you identify yourself with your status or things which are not the real full you. Whereas the people who are connected with their innate personality, these are the people who often have a more successful life because they're able to interact with people in an uninhibited, unbridled fashion because they're not concerned or worried about basically how others might see them or if they're saying the right thing. They're not second guessing themselves because they're coming from this core state. Now, this does involve personality. So, although persona it comes from a Latin word, persona, which basically means like a mask, that could again be referring to this type of ego personality. Your core personality is always coming through, and it comes through in the way you act, in the way your thoughts manifest, and that's really what it is. It's almost like there's a specific algorithm of the way your thoughts arise in a very unique way, which leads to unique artistic creations, unique ways of looking at the world, the universe, unique ways that you interact with other people. There are some theories that say that this true you has always been around, that it's basically always been part of the universe. And there's other theories that suggest that this true you came into existence upon conception, or it came into existence through some kind of cosmic conception, if you will. So at some point the universe created this unique essence. Now I could go a little bit deeper and a little bit further and say I think a lot about this true essence of yourself is apparent in how you live your life and even possibly your physical appearance. Now, is it possible that you vibrationally match to a body that most represents you? I think that this could be the case. And I even think that it could be that the body that we're in right now is an artistic representation of part of your persona or an idea that you have or some element of your core personality, that it's manifesting all the time, physically, mentally, emotionally, and it was manifesting before you came to this body, and that could have even been related to why you are in the life you're in now, because it has to do with the vibrational match of your thoughts, your personality, your soul, if you will, lining up with a given set of circumstances, a physical body that most represents who you are, and probably many, many, many more factors, all aligning together vibrationally based upon who and what you are when, on a cosmic level, you decided to appear here in this world. And the same can be said, of course, for those of us who cross over into other realms. You are still very much the same essence of who you are and always have been. Now, are you perfect? I don't think anybody is perfect. I think everybody has a lot to work through, even if they are coming from their true essence, because part of life is dealing with those imperfections and improving and growing with other people. So I don't necessarily believe that it's almost as if with imperfection there is perfection, which again is another crazy topic. So I'm hoping that somewhere in this mess of thoughts I was able to offer some kind of insight that will help with this question. And so again, the short answer to it is yes. we continue and have existed simultaneously, concurrently to this life as our true essence, which continues to exist whether you're inhabiting this body or any other body. Well, I've got a few more videos to make. We've got some. It looks like an ice cream truck going by, making a lot of noise. But anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching this. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, or hit afterlifetopics.com. You can pick up books like Understanding Life After Death, The Afterlife, and Beyond, or become a patron where you can basically submit requests for custom videos, chat with me one-on-one, be behind the scenes when we get guests coming in to join us on the show. I'm joining the VIP Facebook group. All that is for $30 and up patrons who help me be able to eat food and live out of a backpack and produce all this content. So any help with that is always appreciated. All right, this is Cyrus. I'll see you guys next time.